Peace, diehards. Welcome to another Die Hard Knicks podcast, late night edition. You can see the bottom of the screen there. I'm going to be talking about James Dolan, man. What sparked this is that it's a Clutch Point article where they pointed out something that has to do with today, the whole election thing. So I'll get into that, man. And shout out to everybody watching. We got guys on Sportscaster. We got guys on Facebook and Twitter. So without further ado, man, let's just get into it. Die Hard Knicks podcast, equal to any star. Let's go. Yeah, man. So as you know, we're rocking with the whole election day thing, right? So of course, Stephen Bondi, that's a Daily News writer. All these beat writers, man. I feel like these guys are just pulling at strings and stuff like that. I understand, you want to get clicks, Knicks for clicks. That's the big thing. But at least just talk. Let's talk about some basketball stuff, right? Like Dolan is the owner of the Knicks, okay? But that's not the only thing that he does. You know what I'm saying? He's the owner of a bunch of different things. He's a guy that came from money, obviously. Spoiled rich kid. His dad is the one that had the money, and he, brought him in. That's his family. You know what I'm saying? Like if you own the business, you would do the same thing. You would have your kids come up. You pass them down some money, whatever. You teach them the business, and then you just pass down what you created down to your family. That's what everybody wants to do. So you can't knock the dude for just following on in his dad's footsteps and stuff like that. I don't really have too much memory of the of Charles Dolan. I believe that was the original Dolan, but he was good enough to pass something down to his kids, and his family and whatever. So Dolan is the owner right now, and there's nothing we can really do about it. But I mean, this article, let's just share the article because it's a Clutch Points article. I'm going to be highlighting a lot of Clutch Point stuff as time goes on here. But this is the article. Just pull it up here and make sure I'm not going to get any feedback here with all these other crazy things that pops up on here. But as you can see, my man here, James Dolan, just looks so happy and healthy, right? Got the Mecca in the background. But just scroll up here to this tweet here. This is the tweet, like I said, Stephen Bondi. He says, big win for the Knicks owner James Dolan, as it appears that his enemy, Max Rose, will lose his congressional seat to a hardline conservative, Nicole, whatever her name is. Respect to you, but I can't pronounce the name. Rose pleaded for Dolan to sell the Knicks, and Dolan responded by donating $50,000 to Miss Nicole there. So I mean that was big news like a few I want to say weeks ago. And of course, Stephen Bondi was the one that posted it. They're citing TMZ right there below, as you can see. But why is this news? You know what I'm saying? $50,000 from a guy that's a billionaire. If we really wanted to smoke this person, Max Rose, he would have gave way more than $50,000. $50,000 to for a Congress seat. I mean, come on, man. These guys pump millions into their machine for people that they want to support or come into their whatever, man. So, I don't understand why that's news, but it's news because it triggers Knicks fans. As soon as you mention James Dolan, somebody's gonna click it, read it, and then everyone's gonna go crazy. The comments are gonna go crazy, and that's what these guys want. It's Knicks for clicks, and I'm sick of it. I know you guys are sick of it too. But here's another thing too. I just had like a minor, like not minor, but like kind of like a Twitter thing. Like somebody mentioned James Dolan, whatever. But I forgot what team he said he followed. No, he followed Philly, and he made like a roundabout comment about just the Knicks haven't won in a while. And I can't remember. Oh no, he just said the ownership and stuff like that. The ownership, whatever. But I mean, this is what the nation talks about when they talk about the Knicks. It's always about the ownership and whatever. It's the narrative that they paint around the Knicks, whatever. Truthfully, Phil Jackson, I always got to give props to Phil Jackson because regardless of the fact if you think he did a piss job when he got there, because he did, when he got here, the one thing that he did do was pull James Dolan out of the spotlight and and let basketball guys do what they do. So Phil Jackson originally cleaned out some of the yes men and the spies and stuff that he had throughout the Garden to make a better work environment. And fast forward to that, now we got Leon Rose there, CAA, and all this other stuff. So hired all these great guys. We talked about it so much. who are you gonna give credit to making these moves? You know what I'm saying. If you're gonna give all the bad luck and all the bad stuff that happened to the Knicks, if you're gonna give credit to Dolan for that, then you got to give credit for Dolan for when things are going good. At the present moment, the Knicks are going good. Everyone wants to cite the record and everything that's going on, whatever. That's all fine and dandy, but you have to start from somewhere. In order to make $1 million, you got to make $1, right? You got to make $1. You got to do something. You have to invest in something. You have to start from something. The great things have to start from something. And right now the Knicks are at the start. Finally, everything is in place. So if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna give credit for things crashing down, then you have to give credit to when it's due to for when things are successful. So let me get rid of this clutch point article. So just something simple, man, like a Google search, you can simply just Google Dolan and like find out when he came about. So I want to say he came about sometime after the 98 season. Excuse me, the 99 season, after the Knicks made it to the finals and stuff like that. I believe it came around that time, like 98, 97, 98 or so, or whatever. So basically from that point on, the Knicks have been terrible since then. But like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due for this particular rebuild, because we're set. We're ready for the draft. We're ready for free agency. This is all a new time, man. So you can't just go on with like, oh, this is the same old Knicks, is what they're gonna do, because that's what these sports writers and all these guys that control the media, that's what they want, because they're expecting you guys to go with the same media, the same belief system, the same old Knicks, the whole thing that goes on there. They expect you guys to talk about it like that. And they'll use you. They'll throw stuff out there just to trigger that, just to keep that conversation going, to keep the clicks. Knicks for clicks, man. You know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about one thing that nobody ever talks about. The New York Rangers. James Dolan they own MSG and everything like that. The Rangers are a part of it. Does anybody know what's going on with the Rangers? If you're a Knicks fan, you don't have to be a fan of hockey, but I mean, they share the same building. You know what I'm saying? And they have the same owner. So if you want to do a contrast, you have to look at what's going on with the Rangers and compare it to what's going on with the Knicks. Right now, the Knicks are in a great space. We just have to wait now. We're in playing a waiting game because we can't do anything till the draft gets here. We can't do anything till the offseason gets here. So it's been a weird year, extended offseason. By now, the next season would have started already, so we would have known what we were getting ourselves into by now. But we haven't been able to do anything because of this COVID bubble craziness that's going on. So we just gotta wait, playing the waiting game. But just talk about the Rangers. The year before, if I'm not mistaken, they were able to draft like I think they had the second pick. I believe they had the second pick last year, and they was able to get a good player. And then they also on the current roster, they have an MVP. So they have an MVP guy on the team. Then they drafted number 2, I believe, last year, and then this year they get the number 1 pick, and they get one of the top, like what they're saying, like one of the the top young guys that's been around in a while. You know what I'm saying? So right now you got 3 guys that they can build their franchise around. And things are looking up for them. So I mean, like, what happened with the Rangers to make their franchise seem to be like on the up and up right now? Like they're very stacked. They're very lucky. What sparked that? What happened is that Dolan pulled his hand out of it, because when Mark Messier and those guys were winning, that was really like the Dolan family like interfering. That's the reason why they were never able to flourish after that. Because after that that 94 year, it was just left and right. They went and got what's the dude Gretzky, and they went and got a whole bunch of other guys. They traded with this person, that person. They never went and developed anybody. Then it was all about just picking people, and they were just putting it was just a mess over there with the Rangers. Same thing like with the Knicks, but out of nowhere they just said, listen, we need to get hockey guys in there. So they've been trying their best. They'll get a hockey guy in there, and then they'll bring his people in, and then the Rangers will have a good run. And then then they will shut it down and have a good one. So what happened, what was great, right before these 2 draft picks, they actually put out a letter to the fans, season ticket holders and stuff like that, and telling them, reassuring them that, listen, we're doing well now, but we don't think we're gonna do anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna trade all of our players and really push for the draft and try our luck that way. That's what they actually have a letter. I have a friend that's a diehard Rangers fan, and he explained all this to me, and I couldn't believe it because like you forget that the Rangers are there. Hockey is a whole different thing, whole different fan base, whole different energy, right? So like the same company that owns the Knicks, actually sent a letter to the fans letting them know that they were going to shut it down and trade all, their contracts and start to rebuild. So that's what they did. So like I said, they went in and traded for a dude that ended up being like an MVP. Like I said, they got the second pick in the draft last year, and they have a good player that they're going to build with. And then they won the draft this year, and they have one of the best prospects, like I said, to show up in hockey for a while. At least that's what hockey people are saying. So that's what we have to look for with the Knicks. It's they're doing it with the Rangers now, and now they're doing it with us in basketball. So who do you credit? You know what I'm saying? Who do you credit? Because we have two different sports, two different franchises, two different brain trusts, and whatever. Who do you credit? Because now if you put them together, both franchises are basically doing well. The Knicks went and got the third pick last year. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of young guys. Mitchell Robinson was a second round pick. There's a lot of good things going for us. Now, this year we have this draft. We have the eighth pick. What's going to happen this year? We don't know if they're going to trade for more picks. You don't know if somebody's going to fall to us. You don't know if we're at the eighth pick that we're going to pick the rookie of the year. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Our story is still being told. But we're in position now to be successful in the same way that the Rangers are successful. And now we can now almost predict the future, or just could be healthy enough and confident enough to say, listen, the Knicks are doing something, because that's what the Rangers are. The Rangers are doing something. So who do you credit? Do you see that right there? James Dolan. He's the owner. You know what I'm saying? The owner is the one that you credit. Right now we're going through this election thing. Right now is electoral college is going crazy. A lot of things on hold. We won't know who's going to win until probably Thursday. Like 2 days after the election, we still won't know what's going on, and it's still going to be a big fight, whatever. But man, with everything that's going on, you only could look at the person that's the figurehead, and the figurehead for the country right now is James Dolan. Is Trump. So Trump and James Dolan, you can make the comparisons. They're basically the same kind of guy. It's only the figurehead, but there's so much other working parts that has to deal with the country and just building a team that you can't put so much focus on the top. Of course you want a better image, and I alluded to that in the last podcast that the Knicks have done their best to pull Dolan out of the spotlight. Leon Rose is there; he's not saying a word. The coaching staff, everybody's been staying out of the media. They're not giving interviews and stuff like that. So this is what the Knicks are doing. They're trying to clean up the image and stuff like that, and they're doing a great job of it. So right now, the country is in the process of trying to do that. So we just got to see what happens, man. But also you want to talk about Cablevision. Cablevision, they have their own niche places in New York City and in the tri-state area that has Cablevision. You know what I'm saying? So people that have Cablevision don't really complain too much about it. It's an internet service, whatever. They provide good service, whatever. I've had it a couple times. When you play the game, it's switching providers and stuff like that. Never had a problem with Cablevision. So I mean, like they're running things over there pretty good. Like you don't hear the same problems that other companies have as far as like Verizon and all these other different companies that just been having problems with their labor agreements and stuff like that. So I mean, you got to give credit when credit is due, man. So back to this Clutch Point article. It's just not fair. Just not fair for to just keep poking this dude because he's not doing anything. He's not even speaking. So it just you just have to take everything that you get with a grain of salt and just really to see what's going on really. As a Knicks fan, don't feed into the bullshit because like I said, the nation is already brainwashed into thinking the Knicks are a certain thing. We know as guys that follow the team that things are not the way that it used to be. What I'm saying? Things are looking up. All we have to do is look next door to the Rangers. The guys, they share the same locker room and the same facilities and everything. So what's going on for them is now going on for us. And we just have to wait our turn, man. So anyway, I just want to make that point because it's just not fair that that they keep dragging Dolan like that, man. And somebody got to stick up for him. Like I said, I don't know him personally, and he's a billionaire. There's a whole different energy, a whole different mindset. He's just not in my world, and I'm not in his world. So I can't even think about that whole thing. But when it comes down to it, we all connected with these Knicks, man. And you can see the diehard on the hat. And you know what it is, man. So anyway, this has been Evil to Any Star, host of the Dynasty podcast. Just talking about Dolan, man. It's a lot of great things to look forward to as a Knick fan, man. And taking a step back to keep talking about Dolan all the time, it's just ridiculous, man. I'm not even gonna say anything about Oakley, because that's just a stupid conversation. Spike Lee, same thing, stupid conversation. None of that stuff has to do with anything. It's just two celebrities, in their feelings, with talking with a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? That's not have nothing to do with us. All we care about is what goes on with our franchise as far as basketball operations and stuff like that. And we just go from there, man. So salute to all the Rangers fans out there. You know what I'm saying? This is Evil to Any Star once again. And I'm signing off, man. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, all these things, man. All that stuff helps to build the channel and just keeps me feeling good, man. All right, man. So that's been the end of that. Oh, I didn't shout out Sportscaster. Sportscaster, what's up, man? Who's here? Oh, I got a freaking 200 ticket here from somebody. That's what's it? SF Paul 86. Yeah, man. Thank you for the 200 tickets, man. I love tickets. So we got Gunners Love here 192. Sammy Sam is here. And that's about it for now in the chat. So anyway, we're gonna sign off here. Like I said, Evil to Any Star. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.